We are preparing together for the EU and NATO summits, as well as for meetings around the G7 summit. All of this can bring real results. As one of the partners said today during our meeting, Europe cannot defend itself without Ukraine. And this means that Ukraine must be in NATO. And I am grateful to all the partners for recognizing this. There are three key priorities. First, to make diplomacy more active. We discussed today how this can be done. Second, to provide Ukraine with air defense and strengthen our cooperation to make Europe stronger.
They use false narratives and disinformation to create fear and to divide us. They threaten to use force against the Baltic countries, against NATO. They claim that it may be necessary to protect Russians abroad through military means. All of this with the typical repertoire of the Kremlin. We must perceive this reality without any illusions. We, as Europeans, must rearm ourselves. We need new capabilities. We need innovations now, because innovation determines the outcome on the battlefield. We see this in Ukraine every day. Ukraine needs Europe, as Jonas just said. And just as importantly, Europe now needs Ukraine. In my opinion, it's quite simple. Europe cannot rearm effectively without Ukraine. And our support for Ukraine is not charity. It is self-defense. We have to contain Russia. We have to stand for each other, as friends and neighbors, Nordic and Baltic countries, and Ukraine. And this is exactly what we are doing now, today. Thank you.
But negotiations on the 21st sanctions package are ongoing, and we are counting on a strong package. The EU must open all negotiation clusters before it goes on a summer break. Finland supports President Zelensky's call to end the war and engage in negotiations, as outlined in the letter to the President of the Russian Federation. We also discussed the risks associated with drones in the Baltic Sea region. We appreciate President Zelensky's willingness to investigate these incidents to prevent them in the future.
We also discussed in detail the shadow economy fleet. 150 ships of the shadow fleet pass through the Baltic Sea in a week, out of all 660 that travel around the world. This is a great threat to the environment and to our countries. We have to control it all together. And we also talked about the fact that Ukraine should be part of Europe, should be part of NATO. And we also agreed that support Pearl should be increased, and Latvia is ready to contribute to this.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to Mirror Now.